Email sent by PHP on Ubuntu 14.4. First of all, I send PHP mail only by using the PHP mail function. I don't use anything more fancy in PHP than the mail function. That's what I use on both my development and production Ubuntu 14.4 machines. XM4 must be installed and configured to run on the server. The script I use to test the process of sending PHP emails is sendemail.php in my BTB sandbox folder on my iMac. I can put that on my server, run that script, customize it, and use it to test the mail function in PHP. That script echoes success or failure based on the return value of the mail function. Success means PHP was able to send the email using XM4. I configure XM4 to use a smart host. I choose to do that. That way, I don't have to use any special PHP code when sending email, just the mail function. The reason I say that is because the course I took wanted me to use some special code in PHP to utilize a smart host. I use XM4 configured with a smart host, so I don't need to use PHP to actually take care of the smart host part. It is possible for the mail function to work without using a smart host, but I choose to configure XM4 with a smart host. Since I'm using my Google for Work account, superuser at buscompanyx.com, for the smart host, then the sent emails from PHP on the machine will be stored over in my sent box, my sent folder for superuser at buscompanyx.com. Here are the steps I took, and these are the steps for installing and configuring XM4. apt-get y install XM4, depackage reconfigure XM4 config. That runs the configuration script, which has a terminal GUI interface. When I'm asked to select the mail server configuration type that best meets my needs, I choose mail sent by smart host, no local mail. XM4 is an MTA, mail transfer agent. It's also, or can also, operate as an SMTP mail server. As a matter of fact, it can act as a smart host for other machines. The reason my production machine would have done just fine without using a smart host is that it has a fixed IP address. Machines that have a fixed IP address, the mail sent from them does not get rejected by other email servers, and thus a smart host is not necessary. However, I chose to have a smart host. That way, at least, the emails being sent from my machine are stored somewhere where I can find them, which is I already described where that is. When or if it asks me for an IP address to listen on incoming SMTP connections, then accept the default of 127.0.0. Okay, I don't think it'll ask me. That's the loopback IP address. If it asks machine to relay mail for machines, plural, to relay mail for, leave it blank since my machine will not operate as a smart host for other machines. When it asks the IP address or host name of the outgoing smart host, give it the SMTP server for Gmail, which is smtp.gmail.com, port 587 with 2 colons in it. I'll also need to edit this file, etc xm4 password.client, password is spelled like this. I need to add this line, asterisk, colon, super user at buscompanyx.com, colon, and then the password for super user at buscompanyx.com. You or I or whoever's watching this can send email from the command line to test XM4. Here's the command. Mail and then the email address you're sending to, hit enter. It'll prompt you for the subject and the body. Hit Control D, and then your command prompt comes back. That way you will know if XM4 is working or not, if you can send an email from the command line without even using PHP. And that's it for this video. That's all I know right now about emails from PHP on Ubuntu 14.4.